Layers, texture, torn paper and delicate lace. This scrapbook layout is all about creating depth and softness with every detail. In today's video process, I'm sharing how I build rich layered clusters using this paper range, Rose Nursery, through tearing techniques and lace accents to add texture and movement to the page. And there it is, you just saw it. Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from 3/4 Designs, and I am playing along with this beautiful new pack called Rose Nursery. It is a mini collection, so that means there are just a few pages in it with a few extra embellishments to continue on, and let's have a look at it. It's just so pretty. The back page, as always with 3/4 Designs, has its own layout there you can utilize. Look at it, isn't it just gorgeous? That ring is amazing. Love the wreath. And then there's this beautiful one here with a castle, and I love the gingham in it. It's just amazing. Here's another one with a castle with some gingham and some banners, and it's just so pretty. Then of course you have your quarter sheets and your fussy cut pieces. This one here, look at it, that toy box is just adorable, and that mirror in there at the top. Love, love, love. Beautiful, beautiful collection. So let's choose what we're going to start with and get on with the layout. Now, aren't these beautiful, these printable cutouts? They're just so gorgeous. You just need to use them. Just lovely, lovely, lovely. And they all come in the pack. That's the best thing. You get this quarter strip here in that beautiful maroon color. You have this fussy cut sheet here that you can cut out all those beautiful little children's icons. Then you have another one with another set of little girly icons. Look at them. Aren't they just so cute? You got a baby girl. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then, of course, you have your sheet of quotes. And they're just so very cute for a little girl. If you're having a brand new baby and it's a little girl, or if you have a granddaughter, this is the pack for you. And I just love that beautiful color there. That's fantastic. So I am going to use this one here, and I'm going to start by tearing. I love the papers in this range, and the designs are just amazing. Like 3/4 Designs, as you can see, just tear fantastically. Look at that. Look at how easily they tear, and look how beautiful they come apart from the layout. So I've torn across there, and now I'm going to fussy cut around this mirror because I want it to be part of my layout. I don't want to lose it, but I'm also going to be doing some tearing of another layout level so that I have multiple layers. I'm going to go around with my craft knife here because you guessed it, it's going to be part of the layout, and the photos are going to slip in underneath it because you know I like to have my elements on my page being part of the whole process. Now this one here, I'm using a deeper burgundy color to do my inking here, and for the life of me I cannot remember the name of it, but I will have it down in the bottom. Oh, Brush Mahogany I think it's called, and there you go. So I will just check and make sure, and I will have it listed in my box in the description box down below. I'm going to use it as well through this stencil. It is a heart stencil, and I'm just going to drag it across. I just love how this comes onto the layout, and the 3/4 Design papers are just so rich and like thick. They just take the mixed media very easily. So I just like the sprinkling of the hearts across there, and then I'm going to put in a white border, of course, using plain white cardstock, and I'm going to trim down the edge by 1/4 of an inch so that there's just a whisper of white behind the layout. Now I'm going to trim off what I want to use from this layout here. Each of these pieces of paper are just fabulous, aren't they? Look at them. They're just beautiful designs. So I want that banner up the top to go across there. So I'm going to cut across there. That's going to give me my flat base. I'm going to take the 1/4 inch off so it sits perfectly. Then that one's going to tuck over there. Now I want this other one here. See how it's got the floral down the bottom and the gingham, and I'm going to cut that down. And yes, there was a banner there, but that's okay. I'm just trimming that off because it will get hidden behind the torn paper. I am going to go around the floral as always because that will be a tuck point as well, and you'll see how that works in the layout, and that's because I'm going to slide that piece down in underneath. Just inking up all the edges of my pieces here so that they are all consistent and they will marry beautifully when I start to put it together. The last thing I'm going to do before I do start constructing it is I'm going to turn it over and layer on some pink lace. Now, I just thought for a little girl, some lace would be a perfect addition, and that adds that little bit of texture to the layout, giving it that soft, girly frilliness, you know, that little girls have, you know, lace and ribbons and all those sorts of things. And so I just have this pink lace here with a touch of silver thread through it, and I'm going to just line the main structure here where I've torn the paper with that lace, and that will create a softer join for my layout as I put it together. So I'm just going to go and run the next piece across this part here, and I do use just the tape. That's all I need to put in there, because when I put it down together it will hold the lace in place. So just putting the double-sided tape makes it easy to put that lace down without that extra pull on it, and it just sits flat and nice. Look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? It's just very, very pretty. And that's why I cut the flower down there, because I am just going to tuck it in underneath, and I needed that to sit nice and flat. So I'm going to put this now down as the first part, as you can see here, and I'm just tucking it in and layering it up, and that's how it's going edge to edge. And this is how you build your 12 by 12. Make sure that it all goes in. Look at that. It looks like it was made for it just perfectly. Next part, I'm going to lay down this top quarter here, which I will use it as the guide for the rest of the layout. So I am using the double-sided tape across 3 of the edges, and that's because I don't want it to lift and I want it to have a solid foundation. Just layering it up nice and straight, and then I can now go down the edges on the left and the right hand side and along the bottom, and this will sit perfectly. I'm adding in a bit of tape there across that edge so that it just all sits in and holds in place. That's very important because we don't want it shifting once we start working the layout. So I'm lining it up here around the edges so I have that little bit of a frame, and this is a bit tricky, and that's why I don't know, I should learn every single time that I do it that I should only do one edge at a time, but I just get a little bit excited and forget that I can make errors on the framing. And you can just see me playing with this a couple of times till I get it correct, and once I've gotten it correct I can add that tape along the bottom and make it sit so much easier. Yeah, and I'm having a terrible time, so I've left it in to show you that it doesn't always go to plan. Now it has. Now it's sitting where I need it to sit. See, just a little bit of fiddling, just a little bit of patience, and it will go where you want it to be. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? The lace tucking in underneath up there, and it's just that continuous ruffle with the lace. Just is so pretty. I'm going to add in some more tape in behind this piece here because I don't want it to stick up. I want it to be flat, and so that's where that's going. And it is a little bit fiddly and it is a little bit tricky, but it does work in the end. So it all looks like one solid piece, doesn't it? It's just amazing. I love how you can pull your papers together so easily like that. And you can just see how that lace is tucked in underneath. Isn't it beautiful? Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, now I'm going to match my photo, and I just am using the white that I gutted from the middle, and I have a black and white photo because the papers are so pretty and there is a lot going on. The black and white draws your eye to the photo. So if you do have a piece of paper or a page that is a little bit busier, you can always change the photo to a black and white, but this one actually was taken as a black and white. It was taken on black and white film. So It is of my eldest daughter when she was little. My girlfriend took these photos in her backyard. We set up the photo shoot, and look at it. Isn't it just like a professional? It's just stunning. And I've just been waiting for a page to do, and these 3/4 design papers are perfect for it. All right, so I'm going to utilize more of this paper, and I'm going to create another photo mat which is going to tuck in behind. And because I've got that empty space on that photo to the right, I'm going to be able to tuck it in nicely under the roses here, which is very appropriate because that's my daughter's middle name, Rose. And so aged mahogany, people, there you go, that's what it is, aged mahogany. That's the distress ink, and I love it, and it's just perfect. So I'm going to come around the florals here. As you see, I was just working out where it was going to sit, and I'm just cutting with my knife. Now I am able to cut with my craft knife so easily because my husband sharpens it for me with the kitchen knife sharpener, and it just then cuts like butter. So when your blades start to get blunt, don't throw them away. Just go and get your knife sharpener in your kitchen, and you can cut your blades and sharpen them up without wastage. And look at how beautiful they cut. It's just like butter, just slides through the paper. Okay, now that I've done that, I can now put my photo in, tuck it in underneath, and look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love the floral tucking into or going over the top of the photo. So I always like my photos to be a part of the layout, as you've seen over time. And if you haven't, go and check out some of my other videos. You'll see how I do this quite regularly. I tuck the pieces together. So this one here just goes in underneath, and now it looks like I've done lots and lots and lots of layering, but the trick is just tucking. So if you want to look like you're an expert in layering, just tuck your photos in under elements on the page. Seriously easy to do. Now I've done that, I'm going to put it onto the layout, and it too will tuck into that mirror over there to the left. And now look at that. Oops, it's just, I need to go up a little bit more because I don't want it to sit over the lace. I want it to be above the lace. I'm just adding that little bit of extra cut there so that the photo can now sit where I need it to sit on the layout. And it's going in just there. So the empty spaces on the photo have been taken up by pieces from the layout, and now it all looks like it's integral and part of it, one bit at a time. Layering it up, and look at that. There you go. Isn't it stunning? It's just beautiful how that sits in under that mirror there. I really love it. All right, now we're getting to the fun part, the embellishing. And I fussy cut out all these rabbits and the teddy bear from that quarter stitch, you know, the strip where they had all the pieces, and the same with the butterflies. And I'm going to add little butterflies because you can't have a little girl layout without butterflies, can you? So one's going to tuck in under the rose. I'm going to have the other one sitting here on top of the roses, and this one to the mirror. And there's my three areas of decoration. I just basically have 2 cluster points. That's the bunny rabbits and the mirror. And I love how this works. Doesn't it look so pretty? All right, so I did go off screen and I have layered it, and you can see that some of it is lifted up underneath on some chippy strips to really just make it pop up off that layout and give it an extra further texture. Now, the best thing about 3/4 designs is that they have quotes on their branding strips, and I love that. I think designers get it right when they do that, giving us quotes on their branding strips. It just adds to the value of the pack. So if you're after little quotes about all of the things that you do when you buy a pack, 3/4 designs are the way to go. Hats off to the designers, because these really, really do make extra additions to your layout and look so good with the little quotes, and you don't have to do anything extra other than layer them onto your layout. So I am putting in that little quote there, and it just sits beautiful. She arrived with a sparkle in her eyes and the whole world grew brighter. Isn't that a perfect quote? I just love it. So now that that's down in place, I have everything sitting where I want it to be. I'm just going to scatter some sequins and add that little extra texture detail to the layout, because who doesn't like a little sparkle? And sequins give us that little sparkle. to our layouts. I've had this beautiful pink mix for such a long time, and I'm so glad I get to use it on this layout. And I'm just going to pop down some glue, and I do like this glue. It's a bit thicker, it's a tacky glue, and it holds beautifully with my sequins. I've always found that it held perfectly. So I'm just going to place them strategically around. It looks like I've scattered them haphazardly across the page. I'm not a professional scatterer with the sequins. There are some people who are so very clever at it. I just hope that I get it right when I'm putting it down. What about you? When you use sequins, do you scatter it or do you strategically place it so that it looks like it was scattered? I'm definitely the strategic placer. It doesn't always look like it's scattered. Sometimes it looks too uniform. I need to get a little bit better at doing the scattering. All right, so there you can see it going into place. I love, love, love how much that adds to the layout. It adds that texture. And if you're like me, you like the tactile thing about scrapbooking. It's just amazing. I like being able to touch and feel a page. That's why I feel paper has so much more over digital, because you can actually touch it and feel it, and that's the tactile of it. So I'm popping this down now, and this was the last part of the sequins that I want to add in. I love that there's 3 shades of sequins in the pinks. It picks out the pinks in the paper. And isn't this just the cutest little layout? Come on, you know you love it. Go and check out 3/4 designs. Go and check out your suppliers of 3/4 designs. And if you haven't played with 3/4 designs before, you really need to. Don't be afraid. It's not hard to use the papers. I've heard people say, oh, I didn't know how to use them, but I'm now getting a bit more confident to have a go. Have a go. That's all I can say is have a go. You never know what you can do until you play. And remember, they're designed to be covered up. They're designed to be layered. They're designed for you to not just use it as a single piece of paper. They're designed for you to layer it up and mix it up. So have a go, people. They do mix and match perfectly, and you won't be disappointed, trust me. And as I said, if you've got a little girl or a little granddaughter, this is the paper pack for you. I love Rose Nursery. It's just so, so pretty. So I'm just going to finish off by putting in some glitter pen around the wings of the butterflies. Just want that little bit of sparkle. These glitter pens are very good for capturing that, a bit like Wink of Stella. If you haven't got these, Wink of Stella's works just as well. And it just adds that little bit of glitter and a little bit of frosting, like I like to say, to the embellishments to make it sparkle. And it's so, so pretty. I don't do pink much. Not many of my layouts have lots of pink on it, but this is very gorgeous. I do like it. The butterflies are just beautiful, and as you can see, they just sit so well with the papers. Hats off to the girls designing at 3/4 designs, and you know you want to go out and play with this paper. All right, so that's pretty much a wrap of my layout for this time round. Sequins is always tricky. Make sure you put enough glue in underneath so that it doesn't pop off. And look at it, isn't it just stunning? We've got some lace there, we've got some layering, we've got that sequins, and we have all of those popped up elements. I love the photo tucking and the layering there. You know me, I love a good layered layout, and this has come together so brilliantly. What do you reckon? Did I hit the mark with this one? Have I encouraged you to go out and check out 3/4 designs, or have I hit the wow factor and it's just a layout you want to admire? Let me know in the comments down below. I really, really love your interactivity and you're letting me know how I'm going. What do you think? Is it a hit or is it a miss? This is Rose Nursery, people, from 3/4 Designs. You really, really want it. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up, everybody. Thanks for watching. I really do like it when you hype my videos if you're on digital devices. And please, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out any more of my design team. Here's my next video. See you there real soon.